Hey guys, and welcome back to AzuruPlays Coffee Talk. Today we're continuing with the story, and welcome. Good evening, sir. Whoa, doesn't this guy remind you from someone from like Dragon Ball? I think it's Krillin. I want to say, I don't know if that's like the German translation, or if that's actually his name, but also Men in Black vibes. Anybody like? Hello. I'm from the Federal Immigration Regulation and Enforcement Division, or FIRE, FIRE for short. How may I help you? We've heard reports of alien sightings in this area. We take the issue of illegal interstellar immigration seriously. Have you seen any creatures you would consider to be alien in nature? I don't think so. Good on us for not like snaking out the astronaut, because if we had to like expose, here we go again with the likes. If you had to expose Neil Armstrong, Neil, I'm gonna say Neil, right? I'm sticking with that, Neil. It would be pretty bad because he's come all this way to try and find a date, and we can't even help him with his mission, and he hasn't even done anything to hurt anybody, so it'd be really surprising. But let's see what this FBI agent, or fire agent should I say, is looking for. What should I be looking for? What's the alien look like? We're not 100% sure, but according to some eyewitnesses, it's wearing a spacesuit or something similar. Yep, it's now. That's a pretty eye-catching outfit. You'd think an illegal alien would try to blend in better, right? To avoid attention, you know? That is a very good point. In fact, there might be a solid possibility that we've been running around after false testimonies. They are superior creatures after all. Thank you for the help. If you see any suspicious activities, please contact us through our website. Will do, sir. You don't want anything to drink before leaving? We're good. Take care on your way. Ooh. Good curveball from us, and a good distraction technique. Phew. You really need to be more careful, Neil. Huh? Oh. Good evening, Emma. Yo. Hello, Miss Aqua. Hello, Mithril. Not Mithril. Myrtle, because we said it rhymes with turtle, right? I'm so bad with remembering people's names when I haven't played the game for ages, because I'm just all over the place. Have you both been somewhere together? We planned to meet here. It was just a coincidence we arrived at the same time. Would you like to order anything? Do you want to order first? Nah, you go first. Okay. Can I have a cup of green tea with a lot of mint? Green tea, a lot of mint. Got it. Mint green tea? Oh, Marrakesh. Your drink's ready. Ooh, this looks really fresh. I call this Marrakesh, inspired by its origin. Marrakesh in Morocco. I hear the people there really love tea. Let's give this a try then. Oh my, it's warm, but very refreshing. No wonder Morocco is often associated with tea. How about you, Miss Myrtle? Do you want to order right away? Sure. I'll have the Tariq. Oh boy, I don't know how to make that. I think it has some cinnamon in it, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, it doesn't. It's tea milk. Tea and milk. But you know what? Okay, no, I want to serve it. Let me serve it. Continue the story first. I wanted to read the story from the evening whispers, but I'll read that at the end, I guess. Here's your Tariq. Huh? Is there anything wrong? No. It's better than I thought it would be, actually. The taste is really authentic. Whoa, hold on. Did we just see the Orcs Smile? Whoa, Myrtle, relax, girl. That was kind of weird, unexpected. I'm glad that Aqua and Mercer are getting along and like able to share their love for video games or technology or whatever you want to classify it. Because if you're a developer, you're kind of in technology, but if you're a games developer, you're kind of in both categories. The taste is really authentic, just like the Tariq you get in Southeast Asia. Thank you for the compliment. Where did you learn to make it? I travelled around Southeast Asia a few years ago. So you learned about it in Malaysia? Yes, and from videos on the internet. So, how are things going in the office? As usual, tiring. But thanks to you and your team, we've made some good progress with a problem we've been stuck on for a while. I'm glad I could be of help. It's not every day our research can have an impact as direct as this. Only a few weeks after publication, no less. Dude, like, come on, are you telling me those teeth don't look slightly creepy to you? Just, just a tad. Very different dynamic again. I'm trying to notice these little details because some people in the comment section have some great attention to detail, and I just feel like I'm slacking because I'm so busy reading the conversation that I don't really have time to be truly like invested in the visual side of things as much as I love it. Sometimes I go back and watch my videos and I'm like, wow, that really happened, kind of thing. But when I obviously go through it the first time, it's a bit more difficult. Cool. The thing is, even with your help, we still need to do a ridiculous amount of overtime to make sure the game will be available for the holiday season. Oh. I want to say, please don't forget to rest, but I'm sure it won't be that easy for you and your team. Haha. As if those executives care about us. Overtime is not mandatory, they'll say. Please see your family, get some rest. But we all know that optional overtime is a passive-aggressive move. We'll stay longer in the office anyway. Because if you go home earlier than the others, you'll feel bad for them. You'll feel guilty. I understand that so much. I hate to admit it, but yeah, it is guilt. I wish I could help you, or at least say something to boost your morale. Sadly, I'm not the right person to give you advice about that, but I can tell you that I've been in that boat where you do overtime at work for your job, and you want to obviously impress and you want to do well, so you stay back and you work like crazy. However, I have a really good friend of mine who is notoriously like known to leave on time, and you know what, his schedule inspires me. There you go, you're saying like, I just caught myself. He really inspires me because he always prioritizes himself and he makes sure that he puts himself first, because he always knows that when he comes back to work there's always going to be more work, and even if you finish something you're going to come back and have to do something else in the end. So he always makes sure to focus on family, friends and his mental health, and I think that's really good. Although it is important that you do show like dedication and perseverance when you're working in a project, it can also sometimes be difficult to say no in a company. So learning to say no and having that kind of pact with yourself is really vital in my eyes. And it's something I'm learning as well, because I used to be notorious for staying behind. Like I used to always stay behind. I used to always try and work extra hard, come home and work hard. And there's been times when I've been up till 3 a.m. trying to get work done. But thanks to my friend who's told me, like, woman, you need to not do this, I've decided to change my ways. So I hope that Myrtle also learns from this. Even though Aqua does sympathise with her, I think she kind of wants to tell her that she needs to take a break and she needs to prioritise herself and not overwork herself. Sure, if your job is a passion, that's great, but passion runs out at one point and then you have to choose to be committed to it. Again, very much like love. You love someone at first, but then you choose commitment after. For guilt is something that also bothers me a lot, even for things I shouldn't feel guilty about. And you know what makes it worse? I know the state of the industry, but it still saddens me to realise that my favourite series was born out of such sacrifice. I'm sorry I ruined the mood for everyone. Don't worry about it, Aqua. I'm not that bad off, you know. At least the company gives us decent compensation, healthcare, bonuses and so on. We're already used to this. So don't you worry about me, okay? Getting used to unhealthy working conditions shouldn't be a norm. Hey, cheer up. Remember, Your research helped us out a lot. Thanks to you, the rest of the development is going to be much easier. How's your game doing, by the way? Actually, I have some good news about it. What is it? The game got approved to be showcased at Max West this year. Whoa! Speaking of Max West, I think that Coffee Talk was shown at PAX East, which is quite cool. That's really good news. Congrats. Thank you. So, what's the problem then? I haven't confirmed my attendance to the organizer. Why? Confirm it fast before they give your spot to another indie. I'm just not sure about it. What's stopping you? Cost? The booth is free for indies. That's good then. And the event is even in Seattle. You don't need to spend anything on travel or accommodation. It's a golden ticket. But I'm not that confident. You passed the selection process, right? That should be enough validation to reassure you of the game's quality. If I'm not mistaken, the judges are usually prolific people in the industry, and also senior journalists. I know, but I've told you about my game, right? It's pretty non-traditional, and thousands of people will be visiting Max, expecting Full Metal Conflict and other bigger games. Every game has its own market, you know? And you'll be in the indie area. People know what to expect there. Gamers aren't stupid. What if some hater visits the booth? What if they don't like my game and say bad things about it? Or about me? That's not gonna happen. It's an expo, not the internet. People are way nicer in real life. Oof. Even after all that, I'll still be there by myself for the whole event. Oh, poor Aqua. I hope Myrtle says she'll go with her. That one is a problem, yeah. Meeting that many people is already scary enough. Doing it for 4 days straight, showing my baby to the public, I just can't imagine the horror. Come on, girl. Yes, say it. You know what? Huh? So far, my schedule is looking pretty empty around then. If things stay this way until Max, I'll come with you. Eee! No, you don't have to do that. Even if you're free then, you shouldn't waste your time on me. Relax or something. Nah, it's no bother. I'll be going to the event anyway. Might as well come with an exhibitor badge. What about your company's booth? Don't worry about it. There are hundreds of us. I can just ask my lead to skip this year. But, I'm coming with you, whether you like it or not. Oh, okay. Good. Now, what are you going to do to show the game on? I'll have a laptop and a smartphone. Is the expo build ready? Expo build? You're not planning to showcase the full version, right? That's the plan. Don't. I can give you the guidelines on what to have for the expo build. Do you have the game with you right now? It's on my phone. I can send you the build now if you want. Do so. Okay. Got it. Now, let's see. Who is it? Who is it? Ring a ding ding. Oh, it's Rachel. Hello, Miss Rachel. Hi, Emma. What's wrong? Huh? Nothing. I've just been practicing all day and I'm pretty tired. Are you having a concert soon? Don't tell anyone. It'll be announced tomorrow. But I'm going to perform at Coachella next week. They're still adding new performers? Yeah, you might say that those announced this late are backups. Oh. But it's still the biggest festival in the country. Yes, and I'm excited for it. I think I should celebrate with a special drink, something sweet. What do you want to order? A sweet hot chocolate. A sweet hot chocolate. No, that is not sweet. A sweet hot chocolate. That's kind of sweet, right? That's really sweet. sweet hot chocolate is ready. Thank you. I hope it's the right one. How is it? Not bad. It's not special, but it's enough. Please don't hesitate to call me if you need anything else. Thanks. Other than the instruction on the loading screen, try putting a time limit on how long they can play. Why? Wouldn't that break their immersion? Probably, but in that case, there's a good reaction to it, you might have people lining up to play your game. Don't want to make them wait too long. That makes sense. If you don't want to put a time limit on it, try ending the demo with a cliffhanger. That should get people's attention. Noted. Dad? What are you doing here? After what you did at the studio this evening, I was worried I couldn't find you anywhere around the studio, so I thought you'd be here. Hendrie! Oh dear. I feel like the Orcs are coming to a good place, you know? And now you're causing another ruckus. We're sorry, Emma. We didn't mean to cause you any problems. You are sorry. I don't have anything to be sorry for. Oh, poor guy. Well, anyway, I better order something. What are you having? What would you recommend? Might I suggest a cup of Spanish Sahara? Oh, what is that? Basically hot chocolate with milk and ginger. Sounds delicious. I'll take that Spanish Sahara. Hot chocolate, milk and ginger. I hope that's the right order. Oh, that looks like a churro. Your drink is ready, sir. My. This is amazing. Glad you liked it. Dad. Yes. Please just go home after you finish your drink. Not until you leave that good-for-nothing pervert. I need him. He's gonna help me become more successful. I know Morris. He's not a good person. The industry has changed, Dad. It's not like 20 years ago. Besides, since she left, he's been growing his brand, making his name, managing a lot of stars as they become superstars. I still have informants in the industry. He hasn't changed much. And even if he has, it wasn't for the better. You're just being paranoid. First, you were afraid of how my fans would treat me, and now you're afraid of the industry too? What's next? You locked me in your house because you're afraid of the air I'm breathing? You're just too young to understand. Then make me understand, because this is definitely not helping. There are better ways. Didn't you learn anything from Mum? You were together for almost 15 years, but you learnt nothing. Not even how to talk to your own daughter. Rachel, I'm sorry, but I'm trying, okay? Try harder, because right now, you're not helping anyone. Not me, not you, no one. I know, but give me a chance. While we're in the middle of this heated argument, I just wanted to point out that I really like the effect of jumping between the two characters and how the focus really emphasizes the argument. You would normally not really experience that kind of thing when you're playing a video game, I feel like, but this really exaggerates it in a visual novel. And I really appreciate that, like the small attention to detail and to enhance your like story experience. This game is pull through for real. But I don't know what else to say. I'm really excited to see what happens between Hendrie and Rachel. So I hope that this argument leads them to a tipping point where they're able to resolve their issue. But we're about to find out, right? So, but give me a chance. You know what? It will take time for me to learn, but I am learning. Or, you know, I could return to the industry. I could try to be a manager. Dad, are you out of your mind? You've been out of touch for so long. I told you I have informants there. I'm not that out of touch. Of course, there are things I need to figure out. But it doesn't work that way, Dad. You know that. Going from a girl band to a solo career won't be easy. If I take things slow, I'll lose all of my momentum. If you don't want me to be a manager, can you at least choose someone other than Morris? I don't think so. Mr. Lester is at the height of his career right now. He's my best chance right now. Don't be too paranoid, okay? I've made my decision. Now, please go home, relax, and don't ever come to the studio again. I'm going back there. I need to practice for the festival. It's only a few days away, and it's a big chance to boost my presence as a solo artist. When are you going to be home? I don't know. I'll be staying at the hotel the label provided, but that's... See you, Dad. Wait, Rachel! Oh, wow, sass. Excuse me for a moment, Emma. Did everyone just witness? I'm sorry about what just happened. You don't have to apologize. Yeah, we were busy minding our own business anyway. What, you didn't hear that argument, Myrtle? Of course I heard them. I just chose to ignore most of it. It's none of my business, is it? That's amazing. What's amazing about that? I don't think I can do that. Dividing and focusing my attention so completely, especially when there's an argument like that. Are you saying you weren't listening to my advice and you were focusing on them instead? No, I was listening. I made notes. See, you didn't even realize. But you are capable of focusing your attention. Now that you mention it, it happens naturally, I guess. Being born into a big family is useful after all. Yeah, sometimes we don't even realize what we're capable of doing. By the way, you want to head back now? Yeah, it's pretty late. Yo, Emma, we're leaving. Hope you had a good time. Thank you for the drinks as usual. Please take care on your way home. Wow, that was an argument that Hendrie and Rachel just had. I was kind of like hoping that they would come to a conclusion and she would be like, you know what, I'll give you a chance, Dad. I guess that's me being wishful, but I guess she is a teenager and she would have that kind of attitude where she would want to experience it herself, and maybe she'll come to a realization, actually I should have trusted my dad, maybe something will happen to her, which we obviously don't want something bad to happen, but sometimes those kind of things do happen because that is life. I guess that's all for two. I bet you that's Freya, by the way. Oh, it's Hendrie. Oh, you're back, Mr. Hendrie. Are you alright, sir? Sir? Oh. Yes. Please don't worry about me. Did you manage to catch up with Miss Rachel? No. I lost her. I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm sure she's alright. I hope you're alright. By the way, pardon me for asking. Yes? Throughout your arguments, Miss Rachel, something kept bugging me. What's that? Why did you leave the music industry? Now, that's a trip down memory lane. You don't have to tell me if it makes you uncomfortable. Oh no, it's fine. I left around 20 years ago, just as we were welcoming the beginning of the new millennium. It was a great time for girl bands, you know. They were huge in the 90s, and they were still enjoying the leftover sensation of the past decade. I met my wife while working. She worked for a record label. That's how we met. I decided to get married and settle down. I wanted a peaceful life. You didn't find peace managing girl bands? Oh gosh, no. The politics, the dark side of the industry, none of it is good. But what hit me hardest was the fans. Toxic fans were the worst. Teenage girls especially, they were crazy about their idols, to the point where they were starting doing really unimaginable stuff. Like what? Spending all their money trying to copy the superstar lifestyle, abandoning their responsibilities, their families, and the men. They were even worse. They sexualized the girls in every way you could possibly imagine. Edited photos, stalking, outright sexual assault. It was before the internet, mind you. I mean, the internet existed, but it wasn't as mainstream as it is now. I wasn't even the target of the abuse, but it haunted me. It was everywhere. Don't talk to me about peace. I couldn't sleep back then. Not getting enough sleep is dangerous for cats. What do you do for a living now? After we got married, my wife and I opened a record store. It's not big, but we have a very specific audience. We're niche, but they love us for it. It's more than enough for our little family. You said you were still in touch with your friends in the music industry. They visit my place from time to time, and we all meet up at least once a year. Usually it's at my place. Gosh, look at the time. I should go home too. Are you going to be alright by yourself? Don't worry about me. I'm an old cat. We're stronger than most people think. See you later, Emma. Okay, before he leaves though, just in case, I just want to do a quick check-up on the Tomodachi. We've progressed with Gala, so we found out he's a veteran working in a hospital, and his birthday was the 13th of September. Nice. And Bailey's we've unlocked completely, so his birthday's on the 10th of August. He's a freelance designer and a #1 pumpkin spice fan. A freelance designer, museum and gallery frequenter, art school graduate, will draw and design for food and shelter. His favourite things are punk, been listening to pumpkin spice since I was a wee lad. And what he's doing with his life is escaping bloodlines, experiencing life one colour at a time. One day I'll have my own solo exhibition. That's quite cool. Oh, we have so many people. So then we go to Hyde. Hyde was born on the 8th of Feb. He is a vegan vampire and he's a professional model, and he's, I think CP is like company or like manager, I don't know. And he is self-summary. Is part of Lost Angels agency, old enough yet seeking the truth and purpose of life. The fact I've been blood sober for 10 years now. Currently a model, stock trader, entrepreneur and venture capitalist. Cool. And then Myrtle. Oh wow, that's cool. I love the art. The art for their profile pictures is insane. A game developer, born on 13th of May. Game programmer working on Full Metal Conflict series. Her favourite thing is me time. Very introverted by the looks of it. As I stated before, working on the Full Metal Conflict series. Then we have Rachel, who is born on the 29th of Feb. And that's some business inquiry stuff. And she's like, hey, hi there, I'm Rachel Florencia. You might have seen me on your screen singing, dancing or modelling. Working on a new album, especially for you right now. Then we have our good astronaut friend, who we're not even friends with, but oh, that's so cute. He's put him and his daughter. That's so sweet. Oh, his birthday's on the 23rd of May, and he's a music enthusiast and father. And then Aqua, we've already gone through that, I believe. So that's all good. Very nice. Oh, she changed her profile picture. Hey, I love that. Nice touch. Coffee talk? Probably if you lift the background, matches. I like that. That's a really nice profile picture. I like the one where she was sitting on the rooftop and it was like the night sky. That one was really nice too. And just unlocked a bunch of stuff. Just speeding through that. Okay, cool. Right. And the last thing we're going to do on the episode is read the evening whispers stories. Whew. Here we go. Dude, I've been like talking like non-stop. It gets so difficult sometimes just to keep going, as in like to be fluid. So if my reading goes a bit funky at this point, I'm sorry. Loving in Silence by Freya Fatima. September 30th, 2020. It was a Saturday night. As usual, I picked up... I already messed up. As usual, I picked her up from her apartment for another Saturday night date. I used the word another, but to be honest, this was the first actual Saturday night date we've done since I don't even know when. It wasn't every week a cool event related to our hobby happened, so we, or I suppose, I should say, weren't going to miss this chance for a cozy evening in her apartment. We'd only been dating for 4 months, and I kid you not, we couldn't be any more different. I'm the type of person who feels restless if I don't go out on the weekend, while she'd prefer to be locked up in her apartment from the inside, flush the key down the toilet and never leave again. That's why me going out to her apartment on the weekend was the fairest option for the both of us. I mean, we can just order food online and chill without having to worry about the traffic. Ain't that cool? That's what she said whenever I asked if she wanted to eat out somewhere. That happened a lot in our first month together. After that, I just tried to get used to it. We drove to the event. It wasn't that far, but traffic's always ridiculous on the weekend. Throughout the drive, we barely spoke. Total silence except for the music playing from my playlist. If she knew the song, we would sing along to the song. If not, then total silence it was. When we arrived at the event, she changed. She became the most outgoing, friendly and talkative person around. Even I was nothing compared to her, and I usually consider myself a very talkative person. We said hi to everyone we knew, and some we didn't, and then tried to discuss all the games being showcased there. We sat next to each other, trying one game after another, commenting on the story, art, music, gameplay, atmosphere, any other aspects you might use to judge a game. But when we played, we just played, no talking during the playthrough. Total silence as if she was recharging spent energy from all the interactions she'd done before. Back in our apartment, we didn't talk much. She made 2 cups of green tea latte for both of us, and then we watched Netflix together, with only a few words traded. Don't you feel bored dating me? She asked. Really? This again? I know, I'm sorry to bring this up again, but you were so silent today. I thought you were mad at me. Honey, I'm not mad at you. Why would I be? I don't know. It's just that I'm super introverted. You're super extroverted. And there are times when I feel like I'm holding you back from your true self. You're just overthinking things, honey. Tonight was amazing, and I can't thank you enough for being willing to join me and sacrifice your stay-at-home relaxation time. We both know how much you love staying in and how rarely you get the chance to do it. Why'd you like me? You've asked this question a dozen times in the last 4 months, you know that? I nudged her and smiled. I just want to make sure, she said and started crying. Hey, don't be sad, it's okay. And to answer your question, I don't know why I like you. That answer again? Because it's true. All I know is I feel comfortable around you, and I know I just feel happy, calm, and I don't know, do I need to know? That sounds dangerous, liking someone without knowing the reason. Oh, believe me, dear, I was confused for the longest time before I realised. It's actually the best feeling I've ever had. How about you? Why do you like me? Who said I liked you? I was speechless for a moment. She grinned at me and giggled through the remains of her tears. You should have seen your face. Oh my god, don't mess around with me like that. You almost gave me a heart attack. Good. It means you weren't lying about your feelings, she smiled. You haven't answered my question. It's a secret. That's not fair, I told you mine. I hate to break it to you, but don't know is not a proper answer, my dear. But it's an honest one. I know. We stayed silent again. So that was my introverted girlfriend and me. My answer to her was obviously a lie. Not knowing why you like someone is super scary, but I never imagined being able to feel like that for anyone other than her. At least that's how I wish things could be, I thought as I drove back home, alone in my car, in total silence. And with that, we'll conclude the episode by finishing off the rest of the conversation with Hendrie. And sorry for bringing our fight to your place. Don't worry about it. Alright then, goodbye. And the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all the feedback and all the inputs that you guys have been putting down in the comment sections below. If you think the drink for Rachel was wrong, tell me what you suggest. I think maybe the combination was wrong. Maybe I should have done tea, ginger, milk, or some other kind of combination. Maybe it was too sweet for her. Maybe I should put milk in it because she was a cat. Didn't think about that really. Yes, and apart from that, I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I'm expecting it to come to an end sometime soon, purely from research. I've checked how long the playthrough would be. And I hope you guys are enjoying Detective Doolittle. And hopefully I will be posting a new series sometime soon. I know I've mentioned a few series and I've got so many games I need to play. I just haven't had the time because I've been busy with exams. So thank you for being patient, and I shall see you all in the next episode of AzuruPlays Coffee Talk.